A shy, academically gifted woman struggles with self-esteem and falls prey to a manipulative relationship in college. Through this experience and the support of a genuine friend, she learns to value herself and stand up against exploitation. The story highlights the journey from insecurity to self-respect, emphasizing the importance of surrounding oneself with supportive people and the transformative power of genuine relationships.
Hello, my friends. I am Mimi, and this is Inspiring Stories by Mimi. I hope you enjoy this story.
Olivia had always struggled with her fragile self-esteem since childhood. Her insecurities about her appearance and personality had followed her, carving a path marked by timidity and a constant desire to blend into the background. Despite her efforts to remain unnoticed, she often became the target of cruel taunts from other children. Many times, mocking laughter echoed in her ears, whether because of the braces she wore, the thick glasses that adorned her face, or even due to her frizzy hair that made her stand out. Olivia found in the pursuit of academic excellence a way to compensate for her sense of social inadequacy. She turned stellar grades into a consistent routine, dedicating herself diligently to her studies. Her exceptional performance in the classroom earned her the affection and understanding of her teachers, who did their utmost to shield her from the cruel jibes of her peers. Olivia was the top student in her class. Her test scores were truly remarkable, but when it came time to present any work in front of her classmates, her confidence crumbled. Her hands would begin to quiver, beads of sweat forming on her forehead, and her voice would nervously falter, which unfortunately caused widespread snickering among her peers. The young woman navigated through the challenging stage of adolescence, grappling with her deep insecurities but always nurturing a growing hope that life in university would be a fresh start. She longed to find a more mature and serious environment where she could fit in and finally flourish. However, her expectations were soon met with a disappointing reality. Upon entering the world of higher education, Olivia did not find the sanctuary she had expected. The environment was as intimidating as the school she had left behind. The girls wore fashionable outfits, while the boys displayed extroverted personalities, standing out in a setting that seemed far from her comfort zone. Sitting in a corner of the lecture hall, Olivia attended the classes, fervently wishing that no presentations in front of that audience of young people would be required, at least for now. To Olivia's dismay, the professor announced that the following week the students would have to present in pairs a project related to the theme of the lesson. Her eyes scanned the room anxiously, watching the other students quickly forming their duos. As the partnerships were established, the professor noticed that Olivia had been left out without a partner. "It looks like you'll have to do the presentation alone, my dear," said the professor. It was at that moment that a student entered the classroom late. It was Ethan. "Well, it seems like you now have your partner," declared the professor, pointing to Ethan. Olivia felt flustered as she watched Ethan sit down next to her. They needed to discuss how they would approach the presentation of the project, but the proximity to the young man made her especially nervous. He was notably handsome and charismatic, making it even harder for Olivia to maintain eye contact as she tried to explain her ideas about the content of the presentation. Olivia noticed that Ethan seemed distracted, fiddling with his phone and exchanging glances with other girls in the room. It was then that Ethan proposed an idea that caught her by surprise. "You know, Olivia, you seem really intelligent but maybe a bit reserved. How about you handle the written part of the project and send it to me, while I'll, being more articulate, take care of the presentation. That way we'd both benefit." Olivia simply nodded nervously when Ethan proposed the task division. On the day of the project presentation, Olivia walked to the front of the class beside Ethan. He radiated charm, and with his communicative skills turned what could have been a mundane presentation into something dynamic and extremely engaging. The pair not only earned the highest grade but also received warm praise from their classmates and the professor. At the end of the presentation, Ethan smiled at Olivia and commented, "Looks like we make a great team, don't we?" His friendly and confident tone provided Olivia with a brief moment of comfort and self-assurance. As the days went by, it became evident that Ethan wasn't exactly a dedicated student. His frequent absences from class and the constant need to catch up on missed content revealed a careless approach to his studies. However, the partnership with Olivia on the previous project gave him an idea for his own benefit. He began to approach the young woman, appearing to have a genuine friendship. Olivia, impressed by the young man's charm and eager for his attention, complied with his requests. She was happy to help him, doing his assignments or sharing the materials he had missed in class. During the same period, Olivia formed a friendship with another classmate, a young woman who, like Olivia, was shy and introverted. The two began to get closer and found mutual support in their struggles. Ethan was losing his place in Olivia's life as this new friend became her study and academic work partner. Realizing he was losing influence, he decided it was time to take his relationship with Olivia to a new level. You know, Olivia, we used to spend a lot of time together doing assignments and studying. And I miss those times, Ethan said with a tone of sincerity. Would you like to date me? Olivia, impressed and perhaps driven by the need for approval, promptly accepted. It became increasingly evident that Ethan was not truly committed to Olivia but was instead seeking an easier and more convenient academic life in college. He continued to act only as Olivia's friend, and the rare encounters they had outside of that environment were marked by constant criticism from Ethan. You should take better care of your hair, and those clothes are so outdated, were frequent comments that left Olivia disheartened and insecure about her appearance. But there was one thing in particular that deeply irritated Ethan: the owl-shaped backpack that Olivia used to carry. It was a fun and sentimental piece, a gift from her grandfather. That backpack is ridiculous, Ethan said with a tone of disdain, not caring about the sentimental value that the item held for Olivia. Among their classmates, there was Nathan, who was Ethan's cousin and the only one aware of the truth about Ethan and Olivia's relationship. Nathan was worried and couldn't ignore the negative impact his cousin's attitude was causing. Ethan, you need to stop this, advised Nathan seriously. Olivia is a sweet and generous girl. You're going to end up deeply hurting her. Ethan, however, was resistant to Nathan's concerns and responded with a tone of nonchalance. Stop being sentimental, Nathan. This is none of your business. At college parties, it was a common occurrence to see Ethan disappear into the crowd, leaving Olivia alone in a corner. During these moments, Nathan felt deep compassion for the young woman. He was fully aware that his cousin was probably getting involved in questionable situations while Olivia was left abandoned. To alleviate Olivia's isolation, Nathan often approached her and offered his company. They began to talk, share laughter and stories, and over time developed a solid and comforting friendship. Nathan was a supportive shoulder for Olivia at parties where Ethan was absent. Despite often being sidelined by Ethan throughout the college years, Olivia persisted in her academic journey alongside him. Now they were in the last semester before the class graduation, and the final project was approaching quickly. Olivia was dedicated to preparing the content, determined to conclude her university journey gloriously. On the other hand, Ethan, who had not dedicated himself adequately over the years, was struggling without a clear idea of what to do with his graduation project topic. Olivia, please, you need to do this project for me, Ethan pleaded, desperate for a solution. Olivia stood firm. I'm sorry, Ethan, but it wouldn't be right. This project is crucial for assessing your knowledge, and you need to face it and complete it yourself. Olivia, don't be naive. After all this time together, we are practically engaged, and you are obligated to help me. Olivia looked perplexed. Ethan, over these years I have done far more than my share. You never really dedicated yourself to your studies. And moreover, you never committed to our relationship. You always left me aside, replied Olivia firmly, expressing her frustration and disappointment with Ethan's attitude. You know, Olivia, the truth is that the only reason I kept this relationship was because I had you at my disposal to do my projects. If you're not going to do anything for me anymore, then it's over. The truth that came directly from Ethan's mouth was harsh and cruel. Olivia watched helplessly as he walked away, leaving her behind with tears in her eyes, a broken heart, and the feeling of having been used and betrayed. Olivia completed her college year with honors, successfully graduating. Meanwhile, Ethan, unable to present his final paper on time, faced difficulties and only managed to finish the course the following year. 5 years had passed since then, and Olivia and Ethan's trajectories had taken very different paths. While Olivia built a stable and successful career, Ethan continued to face instability and lack of continuity in his professional life, reflecting the choices and attitudes that marked his academic life. It was the end of the year, and Ethan was at the airport waiting to pick up a client. His career had not solidified, and now he was working as a driver, trying to stay afloat amidst professional instability. While waiting for the client, something caught Ethan's attention. He spotted something familiar from afar. "I can't believe it. It has to be Olivia. No one else would use that silly owl-shaped backpack," he murmured to himself, recognizing the backpack. Driven by an intention to mock, he approached the woman who had her back turned, recognizing her by the backpack. "Olivia," he called out. When the young woman turned around, Ethan could hardly believe what he saw. It was a completely transformed Olivia. More than the change in her physical appearance, it was her confident posture, determined look, and winning attitude that surprised him. Before he could say anything, someone very familiar to Ethan suddenly appeared. It was Nathan, and he approached Olivia affectionately, calling her "my love" and indicating that it was time to board. The scene left Ethan even more astonished, realizing that Olivia's life had taken a completely different turn from what he had ever imagined. After her relationship with Ethan ended, Olivia and Nathan had grown even closer together. They started a business that turned out to be a great success. Nathan's loving and encouraging presence played a fundamental role in bringing out the best in Olivia, enabling her to grow and reach her potential. The romantic relationship between Nathan and Olivia was truly special, characterized by a mutual exchange of support and respect, very different from the relationship with Ethan where she constantly felt left behind and used. Nathan valued Olivia for who she was, encouraging her personal and professional growth. Similarly, Olivia recognized the importance of Nathan in her life, appreciating the love and understanding he offered. It is true that the people around us have the power to influence us significantly. They can either uplift us or bring us down, shaping our state of mind and our potential. Therefore, it is essential to choose our companions carefully, seeking to be close to those who inspire us and support our personal growth. Furthermore, we must also do our part by being a source of support and encouragement for the people around us. And you? Do you have someone in your life capable of bringing out your best, who encourages and supports you?
If you enjoyed the story, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment with a number from 1 to 5 to let us know how much you liked the story. Also watch the video that is currently on your screen. See you soon.